Dillon. He was escorted by grandparents Melody and Brian Thomas and sister Brooklyn. Upon graduating, he left to continue his football career by scholarship or by walk-on. He also would like to pursue a degree in construction management. Our second senior, weight number 2, Victor Santion. He is escorted by his mother, Armand Santion. After graduating, Victor wants to go to college and play football. Weight number 3, Terrell Dillahay. He is escorted by his mother, Darla Dillahay. After graduating, Terrell wants to further his education and athletic career for the next 4 to 5 years and get his degree in construction management and eventually get into an electrical business. Our next senior, number 4, Jonathan Gonzalez. He is escorted by parents Chris and Stephanie Gonzalez and brothers Jacob and Jace Gonzalez. After graduating, Jonathan wants to play college football for 4 to 5 years and major in electrical engineering. Wearing number 7, correct me. Number 7, Emagio Lucero. He is escorted by parents Danny and Rochelle Lucero, sisters Hannah and Neva Lucero, and Gavin Melendez. Upon graduating, Emagio plans on going to flight school in Phoenix, Arizona to get his pilot's license. Wearing number 9, A.J. Marufo, escorted by grandmother Olivia Medrano, Uncle Nick Martinez, sister Grace Martinez, brothers Luciano Martinez, and Javier Martinez, and cousin Katie Martinez. Upon graduating, AJ plans on working and coaching youth sports. He'll take a gap year to decide what he'd like to do in the future. Wearing number 11, Thomas Velasquez. Graduating, Dominic wants to learn a trade or go to college to get a degree in business. Number 44, Aiden Bennett. By parents Jennifer Dean, Nicolette Bennett, and sister Jaden Bennett. Aiden wants to get his welding certification and be a pipe welder. Number 55, Alex Gillespie. Escorted by parents Brad and Melissa, is Grandpa Charles Gillespie and sister Ashley. After graduating, Alex plans to play college football and study kinesiology. Wearing number 56, Jack Stenger. He is escorted by Jenny and Jamie Stenger and sister Kate Stenger. After high school, Jack plans to go on to college and earn his undergraduate degree in exercise science. Wearing number 64, Gage Medina, escorted by parents Joe and Amber Medina. After graduating, Gage wants to go straight into the workforce with his dad. Number 68, Kyle. After graduating, his stepmother, Bernice. After graduating, and Hornet football wants to also recognize our dedicated manager of the last two seasons, Mason Dorwart, escorted by parents Christy and Mike Dorwart. After graduation, Mason plans to pursue a degree in criminology and sociology with a minor in political science. On behalf of the Hornet football staff, Coach Enriquez would like to thank these seniors and their parents for their hard work and dedication to the program over the last 4 years. This group has faced a multitude of challenges and continue to work and grow together. They continue to work hard and show up every day and earn everything you want in life. We wish you all the very best that life has to offer. We look forward to watching you all succeed in all aspects of life. Good luck in the future, and remember, you will always be a part of the Hornet football family. Thank you from Coach Enriquez and the staff here at Pueblo County High School. This evening, the starting offense for the Hornets. Got right tackle Jack Stanger. Other right tackle Alex Gillespie. Center Brandon Holland. Right guard Matt Aldrich. Right tackle Ted Gomez. At tight end Brock Roseman. Wide receiver Jonathan Gonzalez. Wide receiver Tegan Dillon. Fullback Aiden Bennett. Running back Wyatt Ferris. And at quarterback Colin Glenn. Starting defense for the Hornets. Defensive line Gio Leal. Defensive lineman Alex Gillespie. Defensive lineman Jack Stanger. Defensive lineman Dominic Morrow. At cornerback Jonathan Gonzalez. At the other cornerback Terrell Dillahay. Linebacker Aiden Bennett. Linebacker Brody Kidd. Linebacker Caden Peters. And a strong safety Brock Roseman. And at the free safety position Tegan Dillon. Welcome your Hornets. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and direct your attention to the end zone for the presentation of the colors for tonight's game. Presenting the colors for tonight's game, please welcome the Pueblo County High School JROTC under the direction of Major Andrew Smith and Sergeant Major Arnold Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to remain standing until the colors have left the field. The season's anthem is played by the marching band under the direction of Mr. Josh Mueller. Our color guard this evening are presented by the ROTC program here at County. Cadet Captain Nancy Larkin commands the color guard. Other members of the color guard are Cadet Second Lieutenant Delaney Ugan, Major Maximus Wilcox, Second Lieutenant James Old, and Cadet Staff Sergeant Broken Lassiter. Thank you. Captains for the Slip. Number 2 for the Eagles, Michael Size Ailman. Number 3, Gabriel Garcia. Number 42, Bam Bam Sierra, and number 57, Dominic Benavides. For the Hornets, Captain number 4, Jonathan Gonzalez, number 12, Brock Roseman, number 26, Dominic Morrow, and number 56, Jack Stanger. Our officials for this evening's contest. At the referee position, Jeff Latofsky, umpire Ray Ecker, County will receive.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to tonight's Pueblo County High School football varsity game. I'm Caleb McClure, and I'm here with
Devin Meyer.
Devin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good, really excited to be here. Last regular season game for the Pueblo County football team, and it looks like we'll be receiving to start off.
This is the Pueblo County Sting TV team. This broadcast is brought to you tonight by them, and we thank everyone who's a part of that team who made it possible tonight for us to stream this game.
Yep, thank you everyone as we get started tonight. Of course, senior night, so real exciting. Again, last game of the regular season, we win this, we do go to playoffs, and then it just kind of depends who we play there. Looks like a little bit of an onside kick as Tegan's going to be able to be the ball carrier there, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Devin, like you said, tonight is the last game of the regular season. It's the last of our league games. We are currently 2-1 in league, and Devin, this is a make it or break it game. If we win this game, we end up going to playoffs, but if we do lose, this is it.
Yeah, and I mean, our team has worked real hard. We haven't had like any real, like our one loss in league game wasn't a blowout loss. It definitely feels like we could have won that game, but you know, all is well played for Pueblo County. We've had a great season, only losing to, other than Discovery Canyon, West and Central, which are out of our league. You know, West is one of the best 5A teams right now, and Central's one of the best 4A teams right now in Pueblo. So just real excited to see as we get, as we just keep it pushing.
Absolutely.
And that ball's going to be handed off to Terrell for no gain. What are some players you're looking forward to seeing tonight on County side of the ball?
Well, I mean, obviously tonight's senior night, so we better call out some of the seniors. We're looking at number 1, Tegan Dillon, number 2, Victor Centillion, number 3, Terrell Dillahay, number 4, Jonathan Gonzalez, number 7, Amagio Lucero, number 11, Thomas Velasquez, number 12, Brock Roseman, number 18, Sean Sarter, number 44, Aiden Bennett, number 55, Alex Gillespie, number 56, Jack Stanger, and number 68, Fletcher Warner. So those are all of our seniors this year. I lied. Number 74, Roman Martinez, and number 80, Kyle Fair Marcus, number 88, Karstens Johnson. And that is going to round out our seniors this year. So quite a few seniors, Devin. I honestly, until I just read all that out, I didn't realize how many we had out there.
Yeah, we have quite a few, which is going to make next year exciting. But Cohen Glenn's going to carry it for a first down and some, and he's going to make it to the other side of the half.
Yeah, you know, Devin, looking at stats, we can see that East and County both have very similar average yards per game, and they're broken up pretty evenly. I mean, we do average a little more rushing yards, but they average a little more passing yards per game. Because of that, I'm looking forward to see some performances from our wide receivers, but also Terrell is out there tonight, and Terrell had a blowout game against Canyon City a couple weeks ago, and I'd love to see something like that happen again tonight.
Yeah, and just looking at it, the splits, it looks like this is going to be an even match with our losses. Now, of course, we blew out Canyon City by a lot, but East, I believe, like they gave up 21 points. I believe I don't remember how many they scored, but it was a lot closer game all in all. But they just have been able to stop the passing game better than we have. And I think that's the biggest difference we've seen so far on the defensive end. But run-wise, and that's what County specializes in, as you guys have seen, we haven't passed the ball not once so far this game. It looks like they struggle to stop the run.
Yeah, it looks like it. So far, some of our successful runs have come from Cohen Glenn. That one was a bit of a shorter carry by Terrell. Looking at about 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, not much going there, but Cohen under center.
Ball's out. He's looking for a wide receiver. It's up, but he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like the intended target there was Tegan Dillay, which he's had an amazing season, and as you said earlier, he's a senior. Few touchdowns on the season. Been one of our key wide receivers along with Jonathan Gonzalez, and just really been able to help carry the offense. As you see Cohen Glenn lead the huddle going into 4th and 7.
4th and 7 is a tough one, especially so early in the game. I'm looking to see what they do here.
Looks like we're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
It is looking like we might go for it. It's looking to be most likely a pass play. It's up. The snap is fumbled, and the pass is intended for Jonathan Gonzalez, but unfortunately it's just a little bit short.
Yeah, that was a real bad pass there. Real bad snap. Pass wasn't too bad, just you could tell it was
heavy
rushed.
Heavy pressure on Cohen Glenn that play.
I believe we saw number 28 rushing and almost got a sack on Cohen, but he was just able to get it out early enough, as County will have the turnover on downs, and East comes out looking to fire some weapons.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, Devin, what we see through East's offense tonight. Like we said, it's pretty evenly split, passing and rushing. And I'm excited to see what kind of approach they take. Obviously, this year we're known for having a pretty solid defense, and we haven't let a lot of points through, or a lot of plays through. So I'm excited to see what they try and do tonight.
Yeah, and just to pay homage to our defense, sadly, we are missing a linebacker out there to tackle a little bit. Elijah Horton out on the season, along with a few other key injuries, as County seems to have a hard time wrapping up, and there's going to be a little bit of a breakaway there for the first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on there. It seemed like we didn't get a lot of communication together, and it was a lot of one-on-ones that play. As we see 1st and 10 on the field. Yeah, Devin, like you said, we are missing quite a few players out to injuries right now. Obviously, Patronoga, who we've missed all year, and as you said more recently, Elijah Horton is out. But for the most part, we're looking pretty good. We did have a bye week last week, and so that gave the team some time to rest and recover. No game last Friday, and so we're hoping to see the County Hornets at 100% right now, as we see a false start from the Pueblo County Hornets.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Hornets. They're going to move that ball up another 5 yards. But, yeah, great point. County has been playing absolutely fantastic, even with some of our key players being injured. We've still been able to push through, and it kind of just wonders what would be desired, or like what could happen if we had a fully healthy roster. But enough with the what ifs, and let's get into the football as we're looking at about 3rd and 6 here for the East Eagles.
For anyone listening tonight, we are having some technical difficulties, and some of our audio equipment broke. It broke, Devin. So if you're only getting audio out of your right ear tonight, that would be why. So if anyone's looking to fix that, we do take donations. Sting TV does take donations in order to make your broadcast viewing experience just a little bit better. Just for anyone that's out there.
Yeah, and number 13 had that carry there. Isaiah Trujillo, he's one of the key players here tonight for the East Eagles, averaging 89 passing yards per game, receiving yards, excuse me. He's not the quarterback, he's the receiver. And it looks like they kind of have him in as a slot receiver and a little bit of some sort of like tailback there, as East has been mostly looking to run the ball. Of course, there was one pass play, and I believe the target was Isaiah Trujillo, their number 13. And I'm just excited to see these kids play, as we're 4th and short. So we'll see what East does. It looks like they'll go for it.
They're going to go
They're going to go for a motion outside, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
And that's going to be a tackle by number 12, Brock Roseman, as we see quite a celebration on the field.
Yeah, and that pitch outside was to Gabriel Garcia, their running back. And I thought he was going to get it. He really got outside there, but Brock was able to shake the right tackle, or the right guard, and just able to get outside and get that tackle on number 3.
Absolutely. As obviously we see the turnover on downs there, and it is now 1st and 10 for the Hornets, only about 4 yards away from that 50-yard line.
Yeah, not far. Definitely excited. Hopefully we can score this set, as it looks like it's going to be carried by Cohen Glenn, and he's going to take it for a first down and some.
Yeah, Cohen's going to take that for a first down. Obviously, that play was what we would call a trick play in the business, Devin, as we saw the fake handoff to Terrell Dillahay. And honestly, up here in the booth, I couldn't tell. I was tricked as well. So, but Cohen Glenn carried that.
Sometimes. But yeah, that trick pitch to Terrell and just let Cohen take it worked.
This is going to be handed off to Terrell.
This time it's actually going to go to Terrell, and he's going to gain about 5.
On the tackle, number 47, Bruno Roll. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down.
This is going to be 2nd down and 6 yards for the Pueblo County Hornets.
2nd and 6, just a little bit off from my eyeball. You know, looks like we'll have Terrell and Jonathan in the backfield.
And Brock Roseman is going to be out wide, but it is going to be a handoff to Dillahay. And he's only going to carry it for about 2 to 3 yards there.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, East seems to struggle with plugging up the run game. Now we are getting deeper into the field, and as we saw our last possession, it just seems to struggle there. So we'll see if we can pick up the first down here, or if we'll go to 4.
Right, and what we saw there was just a classic read from East. They were able to pull a blitz on us, and they had it on the right side, and they were able to stop Terrell pretty easily there. Obviously, what I'm looking forward to from County is I would just like to see a little bit more diversity, if you will. I'd like to see some more passing plays. As we see, Cohen Glenn hit pretty hard.
Yeah, he got his head taken off. Number 3 just went for the legs, and
he got him.
Like Cohen almost did a flip there, but he got up just fine. So I think there's no worries as we get the first down, and we are almost in scoring position.
Yeah, absolutely. Cohen Glenn, our quarterback, he's got to be tough for what they put him out there to do. He is
one of our leading rushers.
He's one of our leading rushers on the team, and so when you're that kind of quarterback, you need to see that a lot. As we see a pass tipped by number 33 from the East Eagles, that would be DeAndre Johnson, a senior for the East Eagles.
Yeah.
Almost intercepted, but unfortunately.
And there's that pass game that they've been able to lock up, and I just think that Cohen wasn't able to get enough distance and get a real good read on who was open there. Of course, it looked like on the option, because as we saw, the option was to Jonathan Gonzalez. It just looked like it maybe got tipped, and there's a fumble. And it looks like County's going to be able to recover it. But
yeah,
as I was saying, it looks like that almost happened with Jonathan that last play, and just was unable to find the proper target.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like the handoff between Cohen Glenn and Terrell Dillahay just kind of got fumbled up there, and obviously fumbled. But the recovery was good for Dillahay, and we're back here for 3rd and 15. So a bit of a rough third down conversion here, but let's see if they can get that.
3rd and long, as we see Cohen drop back into the pocket, and there's that blitz, and Jonathan's going to get it and only be able to gain about,
about 7 yards.
He gained probably about 10 there, but it realistically, because so far, how far back we were, it's only going to get us about 6 or 7.
Yeah, again, Devin, that was a play that the East Eagles were able to read really well, and they sent in that blitz, and instantly right after the snap there was a lot of pressure on Cohen, but he was able to get it off, and to one of our talented receivers, Jonathan Gonzalez.
Yeah, East defensive ends have just been able to get out and after the quarterback, and I wonder what Pueblo County's coach is going to have to say for that. And that,
as we see, it looks like Cohen Glenn is maybe getting a little nervous out there. The ball was snapped to him, looking for the pass to Tegan Dillon, but he kind of threw it a little too fast, a little too hard, and it got out in front of Tegan, and he wasn't able to snatch it up.
Yeah, just barely missing the target, and yeah, it looks like he's firing it just a little too quickly, but East has been able to come off the rush really good.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame him as we see the handoff go for about 5 yards.
Yeah, I think what we saw there was Cohen Glenn didn't actually get rushed very fast. He had a little bit more time to get that pass off, but I think what's happening is we've run about 2-3 pass plays now, and most of the time he is getting rushed pretty quickly. And so obviously it looks like maybe he's feeling a little bit of that pressure, and he was just kind of trying to get ready for it, but unfortunately he just wasn't able to lock it in there.
Yeah, and as we're looking at 3rd and 2 here for the East Eagles, County really needs to just lock up and get their regain possession. As we see trips to the top, that is going to be left of your screen, and it looks like the quarterback's going to roll out looking for a pass. And it looks, was that a completion?
Yeah, that pass was an incompletion.
No, that was complete. That's a first. I couldn't really see who the target is. I should probably start wearing my glasses. But
yeah, to be honest,
that's going to be a first down for
either.
the East Eagles. And they're going to get another one there.
The handoff
another good run
for a couple yards, about 3 or 4 yards on that carry for the Pueblo East Eagles.
Ball carrier number 1. Amaro.
Nope.
You know, attack
As we see an injury on the Pueblo East Eagles side, as he's able to stand up and he's able to walk off the field under his own power. He is limping, though.
Correction number 55, Ellis Gillespie, brings up second down, 6 yards.
2nd and 6 here for the East Eagles as we see them march out back onto the field. As you see trips again and lined up. And that's going to be a direct snap to the running back.
Also number 3, Garcia. In on tackle for the Hornets, number 55, Gillespie. Also in on tackle number 28, Brody Skid.
As we see 3rd down and 4 yards with a minute left in the quarter.
Brings up 3rd down, a long 4.
Looks like East Eagles likes this little trips lineup.
The ball is
Snap
out
to
and it's
number
a pass.
42.
And it's intercepted by
It's
number 3,
intercepted.
Terrell Dillahay, our lead running back, went ahead and just secured an interception.
2nd one on the season.
That's quite impressive, Devin.
Yeah.
When you have a player that is that versatile, where he just was on the offensive side, running the ball pretty much every play, and now he went on to defense and got us an interception.
Yeah, and that's the classic County using their just most athletic kids on both sides of the ball, just really allowing them to show off their talents. And, you know, that could really carry over if these kids look to play college ball, as County will regain possession there. And guess who has the ball? Jonathan Gonzalez for a gain of about 2.5 yards.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Bit of a rough tackle there. It looked like he might have landed on his arm pretty hard there, but he is able to get up, and it looks like he is walking it off.
2nd down, 8 yards.
Again, as we see Cohen Glenn leading the huddle.
At the end of 1.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So,
End of the first quarter, lots of things to take away from this. 0-0 still. Both teams just playing amazing defense. East just able to stop the rushing or able to stop the pass game and maintain the rush. While County is definitely locking up the pass game for East and just taking away East's best card, Isaiah Trujillo. Yeah, just amazing defense on both sides. I think the biggest thing to take away is County's got to look to block better for Cohen Glenn. Really allow him to feel his way into the pocket and get off some passes. As the passes he has gotten off haven't looked super clean.
yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Devin, we need to see some better blocking from the line and that offensive end, and because yeah, I mean that's what's stopping the passing game right now. Other than that, it looks like most of the time the receivers are able to get out of the way of the defenders, and they are open for passes. As we see a handoff to
keep it.
himself.
He's going to keep it. He's going to get outside all the way down to the 10, and that's that's an amazing carry by Cohen Glenn, getting it all the way into the red zone. And the Pueblo County Hornets are going to look to score.
Yeah, for a bit of a slower breakdown on that play, what happened is there was a fake handoff to Terrell. Cohen Glenn did keep
I
it.
thought he had it.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Devin, I get tricked up here quite often. So we were able to see Cohen take the ball and run it all the way into the end zone, about right on that 10-yard line.
And
Did I
Terrell's
say
going
end
to
zone?
go outside for the touchdown. 6 points for the Pueblo County Hornets.
That one was a handoff to Terrell, and he was able to just get outside. There's not a lot of defenders on the outside, like we've said. These last couple plays, we've just seen the blitz straight into the middle. in order to pressure Cohen, and he was able to just make it outside and pull it off.
First score of the night, and it looks like number 20, Jacob Gonzalez, is going to go for the extra point, and it's good.
You know, Devin, I think kind of an underrated player this season has been Jacob Gonzalez. We've been looking at stats every week, and we kind of skip over it, but he has not missed a lot of attempts this year.
No, and he's only a sophomore, too, so we'll have him for a couple extra years to keep playing for us. Of course, this is his first year kicking, I believe, so it's a little bit of a slippery slope. I have seen him miss a couple, but ultimately not that bad for first year kicking.
Absolutely.
As he's going to line up for the kickoff. His brother does play middle school soccer with my little brother. They just won their regional whatever championship that middle school has for soccer. So maybe that's where the kicking gene comes from. As we see a little bit of a slow pickup by the East Eagles, and County's able to fill and find and get the tackle off.
Yeah, for anyone wondering, Jacob Gonzalez, in terms of point after attempts, is 31 for 34 on the year, a 90% completion rate, and that's pretty impressive for a sophomore.
Yeah, really impressive. Just really been able to lock in this year and buckle down as we see East run the ball, and it's going to take everyone to get him down.
For anyone watching the stream tonight, wondering where they can send donations to Pueblo County Sting TV, you would need to contact the Pueblo County Activities Department, and you can send your donations there. And we appreciate every single one of those. Devin, it allows us to come out here and to stream these games and to provide this viewing experience for everybody at home.
Yeah, we'll need a couple new cords. Did break the tip of one of our audio thingies. I don't do the tech stuff. I just talk. And it looks like East is going to be able to find Isaiah Trujillo on the pass just for a gain of about 3 yards. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7.
We saw that chase down from number 26, Dominic Morrow, who chased him pretty far into the backfield there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the sack.
I thought he was too, but Isaiah was able to get the East quarterback was able to get the pass off to Isaiah. So as we see another pass, very pressured, but he's, again, able to get it off.
Yeah, East quarterback has been has been able to put on a really good show, just been able to find the open guy and make the proper pass. Just really impressive so far. Able to show off his athleticism and ability to stay calm in the pocket. And, hopefully County's quarterback, Cohen Glenn, can pick up on some of those. It just seems like he's been a little bit pressured, he's been rushing really good.
Absolutely.
So you can't really blame him.
Yeah, no, and most of that isn't Cohen's fault. The fact that he's feeling pressured and feeling like he needs to get that pass off, that really is the job of the offensive line there. If they're doing their job correctly, Cohen should have all day to throw that pass, you know. So a little bit on the line there, but Cohen Glenn, obviously if they're not able to do that as a versatile quarterback, he would be able to get those passes out under pressure.
Yeah,
What's nice
it's
is
not
that
like County's been doing bad per se. It's just East defense has been really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. East has been playing a really good defensive game so far, but so has County. County's been playing a really good defensive game as well. And so we're just kind of seeing a lot of possessions on both sides so far. Obviously, we were pretty fortunate to get the touchdown in from Terrell a minute ago, but yeah, we're not honestly seeing a lot of movement up and down the field. It feels pretty even so far.
Yeah, and East quarterback, number 42, Bam Bam Sierra, has just been has just been able to put on a clinic, always finding the open guy for the pass. He's been just able to target his guys real well as we see East punt, and Tegan Dillon's gonna be able to get it, and looks like there is a little bit of holding I saw, but I don't see any flags on the field. So tackle is going to be made by number 32 for the East Eagles, and County's going to be able to play some offense, get a turn.
43-yard line.
As we see a very long pass from Cohen Glenn. Again, a little bit pressure there. It looked like the intended receiver was going to be Tegan Dillon, but that pass was way over his head.
Yeah, and it looks like Tegan Dillon right now is just his number one option, being able to get down the field what seems to be the fastest. And like we were talking about earlier, Cohen Glenn just seems to really feel pressured in the pocket and really feel like he has to get rid of the ball.
See the ball out.
And that ball is going to be carried by Cohen Glenn.
We see a carry of about 2 to 3 yards on that play from Cohen Glenn.
Yeah, we're looking at about 3rd and 5 here. Of course, we don't have all the stats, but we will update you guys on all the stats and all the sports on our podcast, the Pueblo County Sports Experience, anywhere you can find podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Absolutely.
That is uploaded every Thursday. We try to get it out once a week.
We get an episode out about once a week, and as Devin said, we go over and we recap all the sports from that week. Our next episode will be wrapping up the excuse me. Our next episode will be wrapping up the fall season as it comes to an end, and we will be naming most valuable player of the fall season.
Yep, we'll be naming most valuable player, most improved player, and a defensive player for the fall season. And then we will hopefully be able to continue into our winter sports season with men's and women's basketball, boys swimming, I do believe.
Women's swimming.
Women's swimming.
Yes.
And then wrestling.
And wrestling. Yes, so we will have lots of updates. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. As we see the punt is up pretty far downfield. A good punt from Cohen Glenn. And it's easily stopped.
Yeah, County not able to get much on that, going on that possession there. But that punt, really nice punt, really high in the sky, able to get it far down the field. Hopefully we could just get another turnover on downs and get another shot at scoring within this half, as we're looking at about 8 minutes remaining. And it looks like we're going to see a breakaway run there.
As we see Brock Roseman is able to catch up with number 19.
Dolphika Lewis.
A freshman for the Pueblo East Eagles, able to get down the field. Not sure what that carry was, Devin, but I want to say it was close to about 60 yards there.
Yeah, it looks like they swapped out number 42 for number 19 here at that quarterback position. And I mean, that was an impressive drive. Of course, seeing a freshman start as your quarterback, really impressive. East did, however, lose their quarterback this offseason. Zayden Gonzalez was able to move upstate in Colorado, is now playing for a 5A school way up in Denver. Really athletic kid there. Plays football and basketball, just elite at both sports. I've been able to talk to him. He just said that he had a lot more opportunities up there. It's a little bit of a bigger school, and he just felt like he could get looked at up there. About 6'1", just built, really athletic, genetic demon. So, of course, number 19, Dolphka Lewis, able to just take advantage of that, and it looks like he's putting on a little bit of a show here.
Absolutely, as we see the ball is handed off to number 22, and it looks like he might be able to make a breakaway, but he is wrapped up by number 4, Jonathan Gonzalez. Not ever brought down, though. It took 3 Hornets to get him contained, and eventually refs just said, hey, guys, that's enough, break it up.
Yeah, and I mean, that puts the East Eagles in scoring position here, and we'll see what they're able to do with that with the first down. And it's going to be handed off again for a gain about 4 or 5 yards.
Our apologies to everyone listening. We are going to take a very quick break to maybe get some of our audio issues fixed. Give us 1 second.
First out of bounds by number 28 of the Hornets, Brody Kidd. Ball spotted at the 2-yard line. First down, Eagles.
Ready to come? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for your patience with us tonight. We did see the East Eagles get a little bit closer to the end zone, and with this play, it looks like they may be close,
He advances the ball near the goal line.
but not quite.
Yeah, East Eagles is looking like 3rd and inches, and looks like County's able to stop, or
County not able to stop it, as that'll be the first touchdown of the night for the Pueblo East Eagles.
yep, looking at 6-7. Of course, we're waiting to see if East is gonna. It looks like they're gonna go for the extra point. Yeah, we'll see if East is able to tie it up. County's gonna be able to get a good possession back, and hopefully they can provide a good counter. And that one is good.
For anyone listening tonight, make sure you like the stream, give us a comment, tell us what you think, and subscribe to the Pueblo County Sting TV channel so you guys can catch up on all of our sports for the week and all of our future sports streams. As we do have a couple streams planned for each of the winter sports. We do have a couple basketball games planned, as well as a couple of the swim and dive meets and the wrestling meets.
Yeah, as County looks like they're getting ready to receive the kickoff. The biggest sport I'm excited for is basketball. That's always pretty fun. We have a young team this year, new coach, so just real excited to see how that goes. Of course, this could possibly be our last football stream of the season. Probably will be, just depending. I believe we are away for playoffs, and
right, and most of the time we are away for those playoff games, but if not, if we do get a home playoff game, we should try and plan a stream and make sure that everyone out there gets to watch it, as we see the kickoff from the East Eagles go all the way behind the 10-yard line, but it is picked up by Brock Roseman. A flag is thrown again around the 20-yard line, and Brock is down around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Brock able to get wrapped up. I really do wonder what that flag is for. Maybe holding, but we'll see as we see the offense march out onto the field.
You know, Devin, I think it's also important to thank our refs because there's a lot going on down there. Like you said, Devin, you weren't for sure what happened on that play, but the refs saw it and they were able to call it. And, you know, if it's on us, I'm not thankful. But if it was on East, I'm thankful for those refs out there.
Yep, thank you, Chassa, for providing these magnificent refs. Just really able to find people qualified for the job, and that's going to be on the Hornets. Holding call on the Hornets, and that's going to drive them back to the 10.
So that is going to be 1st and 10 for the Pueblo County Hornets starting on the 10-yard line.
What a rough spot.
Unfortunately, yeah, pretty deep on our own side of the field. But we're going to see what the Hornets can do as we see the snap is up. It's going to be a handoff to Terrell, but it's fumbled, and it looks like the recovery
It looks like it's going to be recovered by the Eagles there. Unfortunate, especially so deep into our own half. As we hear Rowdy's scream, hold on to the football.
Yeah, you know, Devin, this
tough.
is kind of a weak point for the Pueblo County Hornets that we've seen throughout this year. I didn't want to call it out, but as we've seen it twice now today, man, the fumbles. They got to work on the fumbles, Devin, especially if we're going to make it to the playoffs this year. Cohen Glenn and Terrell, they need to work on this handoff. You know, it's working most of the time, but it can't just work some of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's got to be a almost perfect. Like, you cannot have those, especially
no. And
that
Devin,
one.
And Devin,
was
that's
so
such
deep into the field. It just cost us the lead.
Devin, for as much as we run the ball, you would think it'd be a pretty fundamental idea that we get down. You know, day one of practice. Hey, let's work on handoffs and let's get this new running back acquainted with the way that our quarterback hands the ball off. Obviously, I'm not down there. I'm not one of the players. I can't tell if it's Cohen's fault, if it's Terrell's fault. But, I mean, listen, man, it's one of them. And it's unfortunate to see these fumbles, as this does cost us another 7 points against us. So the score is now 14-7 for the Pueblo East Eagles.
14-7. Hopefully this kickoff doesn't put us in as bad of a position as the last one did. My apologies. They missed the field goal. That's my bad.
That's my bad, Devin. I was on a rant there, and I missed the field goal attempt. So
you missed it?
I missed
them missing it.
I missed them missing it. I watched the back half of it. I thought it went in.
I thought
it didn't go in.
Too.
I was filled with rage. That's my apologies to everyone watching at home.
It's okay.
As we see the
it
Pueblo
shouldn't
East
have happened
Eagles.
in the first place, as you said. The fumble shouldn't have happened. The field goal shouldn't have happened. None of it. As you see, number 17 for the East Eagles, Dylan Cooper, getting ready to kick off. And that's going to be a squib kick straight down the middle, and a Hornet's going to be able to pick it up. That's going to be Tegan. Tegan Dillon's going to be able to get outside.
He's getting
and he
outside.
has got plenty of field ahead of him. He's going to look to cut back and get us all the way past the 40.
Well, Devin, that's nice to see after the last possession. We are now on the opposite side of the field, which is where we need to be. So
real big momentum. That is just a way better way to start off our possession. Hopefully we can go get a score back and tie it up right before the half.
Absolutely. As we see 5 minutes left in this first half here. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. The snap is up. The handoff is fake to Terrell. Cohen Glenn, it looks like he's trying to get outside.
Number 9 is going to be able to get the assisted tackle there. Number 9, Angel Garcia, just able to find him, drop his shoulder, as we see number 26, Dominic Morrow, run in and get Tegan Dillon.
Break from the huddle. They are lined up. It is 2nd and 7 for the Pueblo County Hornets. We see Jonathan go wide. The snap is out. The handoff to Terrell, and looked like almost even before he hit the line, he was tripped up by his own cleats, and he only made a gain of about 2 to 3 yards there.
Yeah, we're looking at third and 4, 3rd and 3 here. Hopefully County can get the first down and just continue this drive down the field. Hopefully that way we could tie it up before the half. As you see the handoff to Terrell, and he's going to get outside, and that's going to be close, but it looks like a first down. And they're moving the sticks.
The stakes have been moved. It's now 1st and 10 for the Hornets with 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the quarter as the clock ticks down. The ball is snapped. Another handoff to Terrell, my apologies. And a pickup of about 3 yards there. That'll bring it to 2nd down and 8 yards.
2nd and 8. County really benefiting from their run game right now. Hopefully we can maybe possibly get a completed pass off. I don't think East would be expecting it.
Absolutely.
So hopefully the coach is thinking what I'm thinking, and it definitely doesn't look like it. And Cohen's going to keep it, and he's going to go and gain 3 yards. Looking at 3rd and 5.
You know, Devin, it's feeling like a little bit of what I talked about earlier. You know, we're not seeing a lot of change from the Hornets. We're seeing run play after run play after run play, and that's all right when we're against a team like Canyon City, where Terrell is able to find the gaps like he was. But this East defense is another animal, if you will, and so
as we see 3 backers in the backfield. And number 4 is going to be able to take it. Jonathan Gonzalez. It's going to be 4th and short here, looking like 4th and 1. I wonder if we'll go for it. I think we should, seeing as punting it won't really do much for us.
Yeah, you know, we're so...
It's 1 yard. It's 1 yard. Come on. Just lock in, get the yard, get the first down, and look to score.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're so close to the end zone now, you know. To me, it seems like this is one that you would go for, especially down touchdown. We're very close to the end of this first half as we see the ball handed off to Terrell. He's pushed around very close to the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the 12-yard line.
It's going to be close, but it looks like a first down for the Pueblo County Hornets.
As we see the sticks have been moved. Pretty lucky play by the Pueblo County Hornets.
That was close. That was an inch off of being a turnover. As you see, 2 receivers.
It's up. The pass is
there's
out.
There's going to be Tegan.
It's
and
caught
he's
by.
going to go for a touchdown.
A quick
and my
recap
apologies,
of that play.
That was not Tegan. That was Jonathan Gonzalez.
The ball came out of the snap. Cohen Glenn was very quick to get it off, but he was able to get it into the hands of Jonathan Gonzalez. And he was able to take it almost 12 yards after contact, I would say, and get us into the end zone.
Real nice carry there as we see Jacob Gonzalez come out.
Extra point by Jacob Gonzalez is good. Hornets up.
What is it? As you see Jacob Gonzalez kick the extra point.
Was it complete? Of course it was. Jacob Gonzalez has never missed a point, and he never will. Thank you, Jacob Gonzalez, and keep doing what you're doing. As we see, the score is now 14-13 for the Pueblo County Hornets as we near the end of this first half. Only 25 seconds left.
As you see the dance team get ready to do their kicks, and Pueblo County ready to kick off. With only 25 seconds left in the half, County leads by 1 point. Real good game here. Real close like we expected it. And it's just going to bounce out of bounds. And there's a flag thrown. And that's just going to be for out of bounds on a kickoff. That's going to be, give them about 5 yards.
Kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball will be spotted at the Eagle 35-yard line.
Yep, ball on 35. Oh, they're gonna re-kick. They're gonna redo the kickoff. That's odd. They're gonna look to reset the clock here. Back to 25.6. We reset it to 25.6, and looks like we're gonna get ready to kick off once again.
The kick is up.
That's gonna shoot down the left side of the field. And number 28 is gonna be able to bring him down. That's gonna be Brody Kidd, sophomore for the Pueblo County Hornets.
You know, Brody Kidd is a name we've been hearing more and more as the season goes on and on. And he's only a sophomore. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, he's also one of our linebackers right now. I believe he came in after Elijah Horton got injured. But he's doing his part. It's hard as a sophomore, just you're being thrown into the varsity system, but he's doing plenty good, and he's going to contribute to the future of the Pueblo County Hornets football team. As you see, East line up with that trips in the top left-hand corner. The ball's going to be handed off right away for a gain of about 5. 7-yard gain, my apologies. And there's 14 seconds left on the clock. Tackle made by number 44, Aiden Bennett, on the play, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout for the East Eagles. What do you think the East coach is telling them, Caleb?
You know, if I'm on the East side, first off, I'm congratulating them on their defense tonight. To be honest, I mean, a pretty spectacular showing from the defense on the East side. Obviously, currently they are on offense. So what I'm telling my offense right now is, you know, honestly, there's not a lot of holes in the county defense right now. Nothing they can really take advantage of. If I'm them, though, I'm going to get a couple more passes off. We haven't seen a lot of passes, and this one was an option, and it is pitched to the running back, and that was the right choice because the running back is able to get the first down and quite a bit more.
Yeah, about 20 yards there.
Devin, if you're the East coach, what are you telling your team right now?
Pass. Well, I would have drawing up a pass play. One of our strengths, or one of East's strengths, is their passing game. Isaiah Trujillo, amazing receiver. Their quarterback seems to have a good eye and arm. So just excited to see that. And they seem to have line up in passing positions a lot. But it's going to be the end of the half here. They're going to let that clock wind down, and we're going to let you guys enjoy this halftime show. I'm Devin Meyer.
And I'm Caleb McClure. We will rejoin you for the second half of the game.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Tonight for your halftime entertainment, we have the Pueblo County High School dance team. At this time, please welcome the Pueblo County cheer team. Pueblo County High School Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors. Our platinum sponsors, TNT Electric, Above and Beyond Landscaping, Longevity Chiropractic, Cosentino Construction, AIM Integrated Medicine, and the Colorado Bank and Trust. Our gold sponsors, Gonzalez Electric, Russell Produce, Drury Brothers, and DeSantis Farms. Thank you. Just a quick announcement and recognition for our Pueblo County High School band. This past week, they placed second at the state competition in Class 3A. Congratulations. Beginning the second half, back to the field for the Eagles. Number 1, Amaro, and number 13, Trujillo. Amaro takes the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of tonight's Pueblo County Hornets varsity football game. Again, I am Caleb McClure.
And I am Devin Meyer. And
thank you to everybody who has tuned in so far, and thank you to everyone who is tuning in for the second half of the game.
Yeah.
What do we see just now, Devin?
You know, good kickoff by Pueblo County, leading by one singular point. You know, just looking to lock up East as we see East is in their trips formation that they've been able to kind of maintain, and they're going to pick up a gain of about 9 yards off this first pass play. You know, the trips option has been what they've kind of ran their offense through. It looks like they have some sort of pitch to the outside with those 3 sort of wing blockers, and they have their pass options, and sometimes they'll just give it to the running back and say, hey, you have 3 blockers over there, go to that side. As it seems like the quarterback's going to keep it, and it's going to be a first down there for the Pueblo East Eagles starting this first half.
You see the ball again is ran by Pueblo East, and County not able to stop them on that one, and they're going to get the first down and quite a bit more, about 5 yards after the first.
Yeah, and it's just been a really close game so far. I mean, that first half was mostly a defensive game, all said and done, and East has just been able to come out the gates strong on offense. Looks like a little fake pitch there for East, and the ball's going to come loose, and it looks like it's going to be a Hornet ball, maybe? And yeah, it's a Hornets ball.
That is going to go to number 75, Damian Garcia, a sophomore who, to be honest, Evan, I haven't heard of this year. That's probably about the first time I've heard his name, or I think we're going to see a stat to his name, and that's quite exciting for the sophomore.
Yeah, and of course, last game of the season, definitely a really, really important game, just because of this determines whether we make it to playoffs or not, and definitely determines our seeding in playoffs. This could put us all the way up to 14th, could drop us to out of playoffs or the 16th, and you know, the higher up we can get, the better. As we see a good little run there. 2-yard gain by Terrell Dillahey.
Second down, 8 yards.
County Hornets still in the huddle. As they break, they're going to line up. We're going to have Teagan out wide.
Yeah, looking like they're only using really one receiver right now, and Cohen's gonna go ahead and hand it off to Jonathan Gonzalez, and he's gonna get tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards. Looks like County is just struggling with the run game, and I definitely think East's coach said something like, "Hey, we need to stop the run game, and it's on you linemen and you linebackers to really just focus in and read where the running back is and who has the ball, because County's just been running a lot of motion plays. And, you know, we're 3rd and long here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a pass. And, yeah, that's what it looks like it's going to be. And
the ball is snapped, and it's a quick pass to Terrell. Again, I mean, we're just seeing on those pass plays, the pressure is getting to Cohen, like, very quick. Again, like I said earlier, if we were having a good line, Cohen should have all day to throw that ball. You know, we shouldn't have any issues.
And those outside linebackers are just really being able to hold that outside edge and just being able to shake their defender and just get as close to Cohen as possible, put him in under as much pressure as possible, and forcing him to throw it
I
far.
think we're seeing some holes in the County offense tonight. I think that we're seeing that we're really they're really weak against the blitz, Devin.
Yeah.
And
As County's going to get the offsides on East and a gain of 5 yards, which might give them the first down, and it will.
Again, for anyone who's not aware, the score is 14-13 for the Hornets, as you can see on your screen there. About 8.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Pueblo County Hornets. We're going to have 3 receivers out.
Glenn looks like he's going to go ahead and carry it, get it outside, and he's going to go
and he broke
for
free!
The touchdown!
All the way down the field for a Pueblo County touchdown.
That's a touchdown for the Pueblo County Hornets, and that's going to put the score 20-13, and that's before the extra point that we already know Jacob Gonzalez is gonna make.
Jacob doesn't miss, as we know. He is 90% on the season. As it looks like we might have some
sort of call.
Unfortunate news.
Holding.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
And for everyone watching at home, we do have some bad news. If you're celebrating at home, take it back, because there was a holding call on the Hornets, and the ball is now spotted on the 38-yard line. 1st and 20 now for the Hornets.
Yeah.
Bit of a roller coaster right there, Devin.
That's tough. Cohen Glenn's going to look to pass it. Found Jonathan down the field, and he's going to get what looks to be a first down, and if not, really dang close to it.
Yeah, and Devin, what I saw from that play is that we can lock it in, right? The line blocked really well. Cohen Glenn had quite a bit of time to throw that pass, and because of the blitz, we had Jonathan wide open in the backfield, and he was able to just get it and get some yards down.
Yeah, no, County, and like that's where County's versatility really does shine, and I think that we don't take advantage of it enough. And there's going to be another pass. It got tipped right off of number 13, Blake Swift's hands, and I thought Tegan Dillon was going to be able to catch it and pull it in, but it looks like it just hit the ground first, just barely, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Pueblo County Hornets.
See the break from the huddle.
Looks like we're going to see a trips formation on the top, in the top left of your screen, or sorry, top right.
The snap is
And
out.
Cohen's going to look.
A pass for Cohen.
has
Again, it
Jonathan.
goes to Jonathan.
And that's a first down. And it's going to take all of the East Eagles to bring him down.
Again, a nice play from the Hornets, but a lot of pressure on Cohen Glenn that play.
Yeah, I'm
as
pretty
we
sure I
don't like to
saw
see.
some East Eagles bench players run out to try to tackle Jonathan. Ref said, hey.
You know, it looked like
Yeah,
it
we're
looked like,
good.
it
We'll
looked
just
like
call it
everyone
here.
that came out tonight for the East Eagles
Yeah.
had to be on Jonathan.
I saw
to bring
some
him down
fans
for that
out
play.
there. I saw Mom.
Yeah, what, did I see Granny out there? Granny, get back
I
in
saw the
stands.
mascot. That's for sure. Cheerleader here and there. As you see, County Hornets getting ready for a motion play. And it's going to go.
It's going to be kept by
Cohen kept it.
Glenn.
I was so confused.
The trick plays are getting to Devin tonight. But that's all right, Devin.
Justice Freeman. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down, 9 yards.
Again, County getting pretty close to this end zone. It is 2nd and 10, though. We weren't able to make any yards on the first down.
Yeah, County just really able to make some plays. As you see, hopefully another pass play because, I mean, and he finds Tegan for the touchdown. Hopefully this one's real. Tegan Dillon with the reception there puts the score 20-13, and Jacob Gonzalez is going to come out and kick our extra point for it to go to 21.
Devin, what do you have to say about the line on that play? What do you have to say about the line on that play?
Good job, lineman. Way to block. Way to let Cohen find the open guy in Tegan and Jacob Gonzalez. Here's the extra point. It's good.
Jacob Gonzalez is good.
We see the special teams come out for the Pueblo County kickoff.
Yeah, and just another quick shout out to our Pueblo County Sting TV team for being able to put on the show tonight. Really be able to come out and show off the Pueblo County football team, as this is our last game of the regular season. As number 1 is going to be able to receive the punt, and he's going to look to go outside, and he's on a breakaway, and Jacob Gonzalez missed a tackle, and he looks like he's going to go all the way for the he's going to get tackled right at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, after that play, Devin, let's take a moment to thank our cameramen. We got Lewis on a camera. We've got Andrew on a camera, and we've got Jesus on a camera tonight. You guys know who you are, and make sure you guys.
A couple first years doing really well. Or they're not first years, but this is
We got
their
a couple
first
second
game.
years.
Yeah, but they're, again, first game.
Yeah, a little less experience on the camera, but Devin, I've got to say, the team we've got here tonight is doing fantastic. So everyone watching at home, make sure you thank those cameraman and the switcher tonight. I mean, they're doing fantastic.
And
As
there's
we
going to be a
see-
touchdown for the East Eagles. They're just going to have the quarterback tuck his head and get into the end zone.
That's going to bring our score to 21-19. Devin, before we see what they go ahead and line up for, do you think they go for it?
You know, I think they should. Just because I'm not sure you get another easy opportunity like this.
And it looks like they are. They're going to go for a pass play, but it's knocked out of the quarterback's hands. And it looks like it's recovered. Looks like it was recovered by County, but I'm not sure if it was actually a fumble or not.
Yeah, it was a fumble. I thought it got scooped up and we were going to go for a pretty far run, but it looks like it slipped out of their number 31's hands there. And that's going to be Caden Peters. And ultimately we were able to recover, but we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I think it was smart to go for it. I think the only other opportunity that you'll have to go for it will be later in the game where there's more pressure. So I think that is a fine point to be able to go for it and take a lead. Of course, now you still get the two. You could still get the 2-point conversion next time you score if they score again, and it will tie the game. But we'll see how that goes.
Right. To be honest, I think I agree with you, Devin. I think it was a good time to go for that 2 points. But honestly, if I was East, I would have gone for the run play. They've had a little bit more success tonight with the run plays. I'm not sure what the thought process was behind the passing play, but they did go for it. As we see Tegan Dillon take the ball and tuck his head, and we see a really hard hit out there, but Tegan makes it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Tegan Dillon's been one of the key players tonight. You know, just been out there putting on the show. Of course, we don't talk about it as much as we should, but he's there for every punt return, every kickoff. He's always that guy.
Defense.
Offense and defense.
I mean, Tegan, there's really not a moment during the game that Tegan isn't on the field.
Yeah.
He's obviously a receiver on offense. He's a safety on defense, and he's our kick returner on special teams. And very underrated player, I guess I would say. You know, he's averaging 140 yards almost.
And Terrell is going to break free.
Tegan is averaging almost 140 yards of kick return per game.
Yeah.
Kick return alone.
And yeah, he's fast. I mean, he's hard for these kids to stop. He's strong, fast. He's just a really athletic kid, and he's taking advantage, as we see to be an injury on the field.
We do see an injury on the field. We see a really good student section out tonight, and the theme tonight is Hit the Slopes. As we see Chase Ginther in the student section, quite an interesting addition to tonight's drama, but that's all right, not important.
Chase Ginther, member of the Stink TV crew, he said he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight. Looks like our director, Mr. Pacheco, will have some words for him Monday morning.
Just for everyone who isn't aware, we do have this class first hour Monday morning, so bright and early, Chase is going to have some words with our director here. Anyways, not important, as there is a football game going on. And so let's get back into the football game.
All right. Yeah, we'll lock into that, and it's going to be Pueblo County Hornet first down. Just continuing. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Just trying to wind down the clock, score a few more touchdowns, bring that lead up a little, hopefully make life easier.
Ball carrier, on the tackle, number 9. Garcia. Gain of 4 on the play, brings up second down, 6 yards.
As we see the Pueblo County Hornets line up for the 2nd and 6 play. The snap is out. It's a Cohen Glenn. And Cohen's going to keep the ball. And it's going to be a hard hit. And we see a fumble. It's picked up by the Pueblo East Eagles. A tackle missed by Brock Roseman. And they're going to make it all the way down to the end zone as we see a massive spike and a flag is thrown for the excessive celebration.
So I don't agree that much with the flag, but hopefully it takes away the touchdown.
Yeah, to be fair, Devin, you know, obviously this is a
high school sports.
This is a touchdown against us, Devin. But to be honest, it's part of the game. The celebrations happen, and on a play like that, you're allowed to be excited. But
yeah,
obviously we don't make the rules, and that may be for a
that
reason.
does put the score to 25-21 before the extra point. Any sort of extra point. Our director says the flag was unnecessary. But anyways, back to the football game. East is going to bring out their special teams. And it looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they're going to, again, they're up some points now. Like you said, Devin, there's not a lot of pressure on this moment. But it looks like Brock is going to get back but miss the tackle. He does get his ankles. And the pass is tipped by Jonathan Gonzalez.
Yeah, that pass was tipped there by Brock Roseman, and it's not going to be the 2-point conversion is not going to go. County's going to get a chance to answer, and hopefully we can. Of course, real hard hit on Cohen Glenn. Hopefully he's fine there. I mean, he hit him so hard that Cohen dropped the ball. Cohen's a strong kid. Like, you know, he looks about 6. I want to say he's 6'2", real strong, real built. So he had to have just hit him hard.
Yeah, Cohen Glenn standing about 6'2". I would call it 180 pounds, I guess I'd say. But we can look that up right now on Max Preps for everybody who's wondering.
East Eagles getting ready to kick off, and we're going to get that weight for you. 6'2", 180 pounds, right on the dot. Me and Caleb's are guessing is just top tier tonight. And we're going to see number 7 get ready to kick. And that's going to go all the way to Teagan, and he's going to be able to pick it up, and he's going to scramble, and he's got an open field ahead of him. He's running.
He's got it. He's going.
And he's getting all the way to the 30. His helmet comes off. There's a flag on the field. Tough kid right there. Tough kid.
Penalty flag on the field.
As a lot happened on that kickoff, but there was a flag. Looks like there's a bit of a discussion going on between the refs.
Of course, your helmet's not supposed to come off, but it doesn't. Of course, that's not Teagan's fault. I wonder.
Personal foul call against the Eagles.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul on the Eagles, and County's going to gain another 5 yards and put them in easy scoring position. Knock on wood. Hopefully, County can pull something out the bag and really show their ability to score here. Teagan Dillon, like I said, he doesn't get talked about enough. Real athletic, real strong, and just plays to the end of every play.
Absolutely. And you know, it looks the game, like Devin and I said, is pretty close. We're only a touchdown away, and with the Hornets in scoring position, it does get everyone a little more rowdy, and it brings up the pressure quite a bit for these Hornets. As we see the snap to Cohen Glenn is out. It's going to be a quick pass to Brock Roseman, and he's going to get wrapped up. And I mean, Devin, we're seeing some violent tackles right now, to be honest.
Yeah, these East kids are hitting pretty hard, but I mean that's part of football. It's a real big contact sport, but you know, all is good for the Pueblo County Hornets. Not much pressure right now. You're still looking at, it's only second down. Still looking at plenty of, you're not far from scoring position. You just got to make one more big play and you're right there.
The snap is out to Cohen Glenn. It's going to be a fake handoff and a throw.
There's going to be a
number
flag,
one, Tegan Dillon.
and that's going to be pass interference right there. That should be another 5 yards for County.
Yeah, pretty blatant pass interference there. That's going to be on number 5 from the East Eagles, Damian. He's a senior.
Allier.
He's a senior for the Pueblo East Eagles, and yeah, that was against Tegan Dillon, number 1.
What? That was on Tegan?
That was
No,
on
no.
Tegan. The intended receiver was Tegan.
Okay, I thought you said the flag was on Tegan. I was like,
No,
whoa,
the-
offensive pass interference? I
The
didn't see
penalty
that.
was
On
against
Allier.
against Tegan. Anyways, not important.
Okay.
As we see the huddle led by Cohen Glenn, and it breaks. Cohen Glenn in close for the snap. It's up. Cohen's going to take it. He's going to run wide. He gets caught by quite a few East Eagles. Again,
And I
quite a
mean,
vicious tackle by the Eagles as he's brought down at about the 30-yard line.
as you see Dominic Morrow go in for Tegan Dillon, and I mean, that's a sign of a whole lot of run plays going to happen. Throwing Tegan there as an extra, as a sort of a second tight end, if you will. They're definitely just going to go try to run it into the end zone right now. I mean, first and goal, no reason not to.
If they're going to play similar to how we've seen them before, yeah, we're either going to see Cohen run it in, or we're going to see some very quick handoff plays, and they're just going to try and break through that line. As it looks like there's not really a gain made there, but it does bring us to second down and 3 yards.
Yeah, second and goal here. County just looking to finish it up and retake that lead with only 2 minutes left in the third. And Terrell's not going to be able to get through that. Puts it at third.
That puts it at third down. Again, Devin. It looks like we're starting to get a bit of that pressure coming on now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a long game. East is going to be able to read those runs. They know what we're going to want to do. And me personally, if I was the coach, I would just tell them, hey,
it seems like right now
let's pass the ball.
Yeah, let's go against the grain. They know what our run plays are. They know what we're going to be looking at for this kind of situation. And I would pass it. And it looks like the ball is fumbled in the end zone.
Loose, maybe?
And it's going to be an East possession. They recover the fumble after the run play. So that's going to be our third fumble on the night, Devin.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everyone knows that.
Oh, that's tough.
And we see Terrell on the ground near the end zone. It looks like that
he's
may
just
have been
upset.
Yeah, I think that was a carry by Terrell, and the fumble was there. But we can't put too much blame on him, Devin. We're not the ones down there.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen East and how they've been tackling and how they've been playing defense. I mean, quite aggressive.
And I mean, that's what happens when you don't listen to Coach Caleb McClure and Coach Devin Meyer and pass the ball. We're just joking, but
obviously this is
we
not,
need to hold on to the ball.
This is not actual advice that anyone should take seriously. Devin and I are not licensed football coaches.
Oh no, we're just joshing you. We're just yanking everyone's chain here.
We're avid fans of the sport.
Yes, avid fans of the Pueblo County football team and avid football fans in general. As East is going to look to run it some more and just wind down the clock for the third quarter to end.
Number 26 for the Hornets, Dominic Morrow, brings them third down, 3 yards.
3rd and 5 for the Pueblo East Eagles. As we see, it's supposed to be a pass play, but
And that's just another easy missed tackle for the Pueblo County Hornets. Just not wrapping up all the way, allowing East to gain another first down. And you know, this game should not, I don't even think the East Eagles should be leading right now. I think we should be up a touchdown,
yeah, it's
if
just,
not more. As we
just
see, as we
mistakes.
wind down the end of the third, really need to lock in this fourth quarter.
You know, Devin, if you're Pueblo County right now, what are you telling your team?
Well, if I was the coach, of course, I'm trying to put a little more diversity into our game. You know, pass it a little bit more. Just use our options and our assets a little bit better. I'm also saying, hey, we need to wrap up on these tackles. We don't have Elijah Horton here to just gobble up tackles. We need all our other linebackers to take a step up and really to take some pride in just wrapping up and finishing a tackle, whether it's by yourself or with the help of a teammate. But we really need to do that because we're just letting the Eagles get a lot of yards after contact, and that's just unacceptable with how close this game is and how much this game means to County. I mean, for East, they're not in the playoffs right now, so it's just kind of like, hey, we don't have much to lose here. We're going to go out and just try to end this season on a win to where County is that we're fighting for a playoff spot. So we have a lot to lose, and East has more to gain. And it's just kind of it's going to be a dogfight, and we just got to win that. As we see a run straight through the middle with lots of yards after contact.
Devin, like you said, they've got to be wrapping up down there, and they've got to be stopping these plays after that first contact. Like you said, we can't let them keep getting those yards after contact. And yeah, Devin, I agree with everything you said there. I mean, I think that we're seeing a lot of holes in our game right now, and with it being such an even playing field, I mean, they're able to expose those, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just little mistakes. It's just little mistakes that they're able to see, and it's unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll be able to work through them towards the end of this game.
Yeah, East just taking advantage in general, and there's going to be another just large run, and County we just got to tackle. We gotta play defense like we were playing in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, like you said, I mean, the first half, the possessions were pretty even. We didn't see any scoring, and that's because both teams were able to play defense really well. And as this game goes on, we see that East is continuing to play like they were the first half, but this County defense is struggling a little bit, and that's all right. I assume some of them are getting tired out there. Maybe some of them are getting down because we did just miss that touchdown opportunity, and we are now down 4 points. But I think they can come back. But like you said, Devin, we just need to see those tackles. We just need to see them get wrapped up. As we see a really hard hit from Tegan Dillon and a push from the Pueblo East Eagles but fortunately it de-escalated pretty quick there.
Yeah, and something I really do want to mention is East has lost to South, and we've beaten South. Like this was expected to be a real close game in general, but County is the favorite here, and County really does need to lock in and take it, like really show why they're the favorite and why they've been so dominant in the 3A division thus far.
Yeah, something that was interesting that Terrell said when he was on the Pueblo County Sports Experience, which, by the way, is a podcast that you can listen to on any platform, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you watch podcasts, it'll be there. Anyways, we had Tegan Dillon on for an episode a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that East is a good team, that you can't sleep on them, and but they have been kind of inconsistent this season, which, you know, we're kind of seeing right now. As like you said, we did beat South, and they lost, but tonight they're showing that they're consistent tonight. You know, and as we see East pull off another touchdown. Again,
there's a flag on the field, so I'm not quite sure if that's going to be a touchdown yet. Of course, we'll find out here momentarily. But yeah, as you were saying, Pueblo County Sports Experience Podcast, anywhere you can find a podcast, that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Feel free to watch those. Once we got plenty of episodes out right now, but keep up to date once a week. And yeah, we'll be coming to you soon with the end of the fall the fall recap. Yeah, and that's gonna be on the Eagles and the ball. So no touchdown.
Right, and Devin, we got lucky with that flag, but I mean, this is our chance. This is our chance to take it back. We kind of rewind time here, and we wrap up these tackles. For some reason, they're just able to get through. Their blockers are doing great. The line is not able to get in. As we see, again, another run where we see him held up at the line for a split second, but he's able to just keep pushing through.
Yeah, and I mean, East has just been able to show their offensive assets, just really been able to show those off. And the East has been, I genuinely do think East is a really good opponent for County, and is just a great team in general that has just sort of underperformed this weekend, or this season, sorry.
Absolutely, Devin. I think it's a very close game. I think these teams are very even in skill. Like we've talked about, I mean, it's just who brought their A game tonight, basically.
Yeah, just been a real good game tonight. If we pull off a win here, this is a great way to end the regular season, regardless of how we go into playoffs and how we come out. Of course, being if we do go into playoffs, we will be one of the lower seeds, and just generating that playoff push will be a little bit tough. As we see another run play for the first down.
Ball is spotted at the 12-yard line. Playing good for an Eagle first down at the 12.
25-21 with 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. County's got to figure out how to wrap up this game and just finish it out, as it looks like there's going to be a touchdown for the East Eagles. Just, again, County's got to wrap up with these tackles, lock in on defense, and, maybe right now is the time to throw a few more passes, because now we're playing from behind.
Now we're playing from behind, Devin, and it's just apparent that the run game isn't working for us right now.
Yeah.
It's just apparent that this blitz is kind of something that the County offensive line is going to need to work on.
And there's a flag.
And
I have no clue why. It may be a little bit of trash talking on the field. Real confused here.
Offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct from both teams.
Yeah, doesn't really matter right now. County just really needs to lock in, finish plays, and we need to score. You know.
Good point, Devin. Good point, Devin. We are behind in scoring, and that does mean we need to score in order to win the game. You know what, Devin? I like the way you think, and I think there's nothing more to say other than that. I mean, that's it. That's the game of football. I mean, you summed it up pretty good, Devin.
Yeah, you do need to score more than the opposing team to win.
Yep, that is correct.
Down 11 points here. That's 2 touchdowns, and we're ahead. So we just need to lock up on defense, right? Tackle
for anyone listening, a touchdown is 6 points, so we will need at least 2 touchdowns in order to gain the lead back.
Yeah, we will need to lock in here though, and score fast and score twice, while also locking up these East Eagles.
Devin, like you said, I'm hoping to see some passing plays this possession, and it looks like we may be getting it here. The ball is snapped. It's a good snap.
Haha, you thought we're not passing.
And it's kept by Cohen Glenn, and it looks like it may be a fumble. We're not sure yet.
No fumble, just a sack in the backfield for a loss of about 5 yards. Looking at 2nd and 15 here. Tough. That is not how you score the football. You're going the wrong way.
That is not the end zone. Yes, their end zone is on the other side of the field. Good point, Devin. As we see again, the ball is snapped, and this is going to be a quick passing play. It's going to be given to Jonathan. He's going to get a couple yards after contact, but that's only going to give us 3rd and going to give us about 3rd and 5.
Third down, 5 yards.
Snap is up.
Cohen
Another
Glenn
passing
looking
play
for the pass.
Again to Jonathan.
And that just looks like he's going for it every single time. No hesitation, just straight into his hands and out to Jonathan. And hopefully our lineman can block a little bit better, so that way we can get a few more seconds for Cohen to analyze his targets and really capitalize on who he can pass the ball to. As we hear East student section getting a little bit loud.
As we see the passing play to County.
And one-handed
caught by
Terrell.
And what a couple of yards after contact there. A hard hit, but
There's
Terrell
a
able to
flag
power
on the
through
field,
it.
though. So we'll
flag
see.
Does get down on the field. I'm assuming it's going to be a roughing the passer call. I'm not for sure yet.
Penalty on the Eagles.
Yeah, you were correct there. Roughing the passer. That's going to be another 5 yards for the County Hornets. And putting them even closer to scoring position. County almost getting bailed out there.
Absolutely. Terrell did get the first down, though.
Yeah.
So no matter what, we would have had
a real big help. And
as we
what
see,
a catch by Terrell. One-handed, just able to reach and pull that in. That was really impressive.
absolutely. And honestly,
Play of the night.
that is play of the night for me, Devin. I agree.
6:34 will be adjusted on the clock. 6:34.
The clock is now getting adjusted to 6 minutes, 34 seconds as we see play resume. Hornets now in scoring position after the play by Terrell and the penalty.
Six minutes, 40 seconds.
Correction, 6 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Gain about 10 seconds there.
Almost 9 o'clock out here. Working
Pretty chilly
late.
tonight.
Yeah,
Good
getting
night for
pretty
football,
cold. Feels kind of nice. Not too cold.
As we see another flag thrown.
Lots of flag throwing going on. More flags thrown than footballs out here tonight. And 5-yard penalty on the County Hornets.
I'm not sure about you, Devin, but I watched a traveling call, I think, on County. So so an interesting call there from the refs here tonight, but that will take us back another 5 yards and bring us to.
You know, Caleb, I'll let you make that call.
Yeah, traveling on the Pueblo County Hornets, and that's going to take us to second down.
No, it's still first.
Still first down, of course, I knew that.
Lob it
As
up,
we
young
see a
fella,
lob
and that's
from
an
Cohen
interception.
An interception.
County throwing away the game.
You know, Devin, I guess I should have made myself clear. You know, we did talk about we wanted to see some more passing plays from the Hornets tonight. Now, passing plays, when they're as contested as that one was, especially such a soft lob, kind of just delicately thrown into the hands of the Pueblo East Eagles, that's not exactly what I meant, but that's all right, as this is not a great position for the Pueblo East Eagles, and I'm sure by the time they make it to fourth down, I mean, I'm sure the Hornets will stop them. I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe get an interception of our own.
I would love to see that.
Pick
you
six.
know. Absolutely, I'm not against that
Elijah
whatsoever.
Horton.
That would be an Elijah Horton play.
Here on the tackle for the Hornets, number 55, Gillespie. Down 6 yards.
Late night in the booth. It's just hard to see, especially knowing how good County can play. It's just hard seeing plays like that where
Absolutely.
it's kind of just a dull moment. Teagan looks like he's going to do a quick little safety blitz. And
Snap is fumbled, but he's able to pick it up and scramble for a gain of about 3 yards. Yeah, Devin, like you just said, I mean, I have so much pride for my Pueblo County Hornets that it's rough to see us make these little mistakes that are just costing us so much of this game. Again, like you said, we know that the Hornets at their best can play much better than this. And, and so there's a little bit of disappointment there. But that's all right. There still are Pueblo County Hornets.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing right now, especially when we see things like this where it's just a big breakaway run. And it's like, why couldn't we have tackled him another 20 yards back?
Again, yeah, Devin, you're talking 20 yards after contact on that play. I mean, close to it, if not. Like, you just can't see that. And not just one contact. I mean, he was grabbed 3 or 4 times on his way down.
He drug a kid with him. He said, hey, you want to tag along? We could get some rushing yards together.
Yeah, I think that should definitely go on the Hornets stat sheet as well, you know. Give us some rushing yards for this game. There is a flag on the field. It's going to be a personal foul against Pueblo County Hornets. So not only are we losing, but now we're trash talking. And wonderful to see.
45-yard line.
Yeah, safe to say, playoffs is looking.
We still got this in the bag. No, don't worry. As we see a false start from the defense, the Pueblo County Hornets, that'll give them a 1st and 5 on this possession.
Offside called against the Hornets.
Offsides, my apologies. My lingo was incorrect.
5 yards.
My lingo. Yeah, County is throwing the game away. It's just little mistakes that
We
are
know they can
costing
play better.
us big time right now, and East is locked in.
Another handoff quickly brought down. He was wrapped up on that play, and he is brought down in the backfield.
By number 71, Ted Gomez, and number 44, Aiden Bennett. Loss of a yard on the play brings them 2nd down, 6 yards.
2nd and 6 here
Timeout.
as the night tends to as the time gets darker outside, gets a little bit chillier, and the game is started to wind down with only 4 minutes remaining.
As right now in Pueblo County, it is 34 degrees, partly cloudy. 5 miles an hour of wind going on out there. So it is pretty chilly.
Yeah, only 34 degrees out. Hitting in those pads definitely not gonna feel great, but
22, ball carrier, Freeman.
you know, it doesn't look like we're tackling much anyways.
Number 3 on the play. In on tackle number 26, Morrow. And Gomez of the Hornets. Timeout, Hornets.
Don't really know what's going on right now on the field. Just a whole lot of. Oh, the Eagles are just in a huddle still. I guess they're just using every second, even though they're ahead. Maybe just gonna try to drive up the score a little bit more.
Three minutes, 47 seconds left in the quarter.
Timeout called, Eagles.
As we see a timeout called by the Eagles.
Yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and take as much time as they need to really dial in all of what's going through their head.
You know, Devin, at the beginning of the game, we said this game could go either way, and it's not going our way right now, Devin.
No, and I mean that it was real close during the first half, and I think we just got too ahead of ourselves. You know, we were playing really good in the first half, and we just kind of took our foot off the gas during the second.
I think we were up, and we were playing good, and I think you're right, Devin. I think, you know, being a couple points up got to our heads, and yeah, I think you're right. We took the foot off the gas, and that wasn't the right move.
Yeah, no, definitely sad to see, but regardless, we'll will come back next season. We'll have Patrick Noga back. We'll have Elijah Horton returning. We'll still have still have a good couple of our linemen and a new batch of freshmen to come in and throw out on the field. And just we'll reestablish next year. And there's going to be a false start. Offense, number 1. Yeah, offsides.
Clock has now been ran down to 3 minutes and 2 seconds. In the last, I don't know, it's been 10 minutes to run down the clock, about 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's
a late night, Devin.
It's late. I'm ready to go home. Ready to go to bed.
Not to say I've given up on the Hornets. I think if we were to end stream now, Hornets would probably come back in these next 3 minutes, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it just gets to one of those nights where each team is going to take as much time as they need to draw up the right plan to win, and that's just the problem with close games is they take their time. But of course, I think the hardest part is we stay here a little bit later than everyone. Of course, just packing everything up here in the booth, and you know, that's the hardest part is these later nights. But East Eagles offense is going to go ahead and line up, and they're just going to look to. It looks like they're looking to punt it.
Sure enough, it is a punt.
Sure enough, that's going to go out of bounds. County's going to get a turn on the offense, and I think you just have to go. Like, rushing is not going to work. It's too tedious. It takes too much time off the clock. You got to go for a long pass here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Devin. I think.
Yep, they're lining up. It looks like they're going to go for a long pass. And, I mean, it looks like they're going to play it safe. Deep thirds here. And an interception.
Brock Roseman.
Moss.
He's covered pretty well. And, I mean, they are just able to reach right over his head and take it from his hands almost. And that is
like stealing candy from a baby. Now, I'm sure I definitely, I'm not doing nearly as good as anyone out there on the field.
Considering, Devin, you do have a broken arm.
I do.
I'm not sure if they play you tonight, but.
You know, we say a lot from up here in the booth, and we just have to acknowledge that these kids are really athletic. They're just all doing their best. And, you know, we just talk the talk.
Number 65 for the Hornets.
The clock now at 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Again, I mean, clock has ran down 10 seconds in the last 10 minutes almost, which is all right.
Yeah, that's more time for us County Hornets to get the ball back.
As we see, they're just going to take their time and run down that clock as much as they can. Another run and another 6 yards after contact for the Pueblo East Eagles.
I wonder if the East Eagles will score again, or if our defense can lock in and stop another touchdown with 2 minutes on the clock and counting. Hopefully we get a miracle. We really need it. A miracle or two.
2 miracles, Devin. That is how football works. The touchdowns are worth 6 points. We did go over that earlier this game. But just a reminder for anyone at home. Again, we're just going to see the East Eagles take their time.
Ball carrier Garcia. No play on it. No play on the play. Brings up.
We're going to see a kneel from the Pueblo East Eagles as the clock runs down. 33 seconds left in the game. Obviously, we're just going to see another kneel. And that is going to be the end of the game. That was the Pueblo County Hornets versus the Pueblo East Eagles in the last league game of the season. And that's going to be it for the Pueblo County Hornets varsity football team. The loss to the Eagles, 21-32. And, I mean, it was a close game, Devin. And that's all I've got to say. I think we're ready to shut it down.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody at home, for tuning in. We appreciate everyone at home. And we will see you guys we'll see you guys soon.
We'll see you, soon.
Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.